Stand out from all the rest by becoming a CFA charter holder. As the investment industry evolves, professionals need the tools to evolve with it. When you become a CFA charter holder, you're not only developing real-world skills and expertise, you're demonstrating to employers that you have what it takes to thrive. In fact, more than 80% of those who earn the CFA charter say it boosted their career. Sound interesting? Go to cfainstitute.org/learn to find out more about the Level 1 CFA exam.
At Freedom Mortgage, freedom means helping veterans achieve their home financing goals. Whatever freedom means to you, Freedom Mortgage has custom loan options to meet your needs, making home financing a custom fit. That's freedom. Visit freedommortgage.com/VA to learn more. Freedom Mortgage Corporation, MLS number 2767, www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org, 951 Yamato Road, Boca Raton, Florida, 33431, 800-220-3333. Licensed in all 50 states. For complete licensing information, visit www.freedommortgage.com/state-licensing. Equal housing opportunity.
Okay, I see it, Mr. Red. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
It's okay. Did you find mine, Grace?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, okay. So
I didn't send one.
No, that's right. You sent me a message on WhatsApp. Just my bad. You sent me a message on WhatsApp.
Thank you, my man.
They're trying to set you up.
Okay. Do you see how they do it?
He said, "Did you find mine though? Mine was very important."
I'm thinking he's talking about the WhatsApp message. Yes, I got yours. Shaker.
Are you, Grace, is this about listening yesterday to the call to get on with Brad Blazer? Is that what you're talking about?
No, ma'am.
I got an email after I sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we sent over to you guys or to Deanna for the tickets that we wanted to get the virtual tickets. And I guess you were sending to Lisa, but I got something from Lisa, but it said it's on Thursday afternoon. And I don't know if that is the correct thing that I should have gotten. Has anyone else got anything back to register for that?
Yeah, I got something back. So
I got one from Lisa Kujins.
Yeah, she said 4 p.m. 4 p.m. on Thursday. There's a webinar still going on.
I can send it to you, Susan, if you need one.
4 p.m. Central Time.
Thursday.
4 p.m. Central Time, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thursday.
Yes.
Okay, but on the call, we were talking, I guess you guys said Friday. That's why I thought it was
It's two
maybe
meetings,
the
Susan.
wrong link.
There are two meetings, yeah. There are two
meetings.
There's-
Our meeting and Brad has another meeting.
Exactly.
So I haven't got Brad's back yet for the Friday event.
Friday is the regular noon call. Brad will be with us.
And
That's the Friday.
Thursday at 4, who is that?
That's you
Brad's
going
one.
to Brad.
That's the one that we're registering for.
Yes.
Got
Right.
it.
Mhm.
I did not get that one.
Sorry, Jerry. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess I'm not invited.
Did you send them your information? Did you send it
I
over?
did. I did. When he first
check
mentioned it, I
your-
just hopped right on.
Yeah, check your. Did you send it to the phone? Did
Send
you
it-
send it to my phone?
No, I sent it directly to Brad when he gave
there you
his.
All right.
Yeah.
It's just sent to Antonio.
You need to
He
do
got
it.
the inside scoop. He got the inside line, y'all.
Go ahead.
Come on now. Come on now.
Send to Deanna real quick, and during this call, she'll send it to Lisa.
ATS take care of you, boy.
Okay.
Well, in this case, Deanna take care of you. She took care of all that. I just, as soon as I looked down at my phone and saw over 20 text messages, I handed it to her.
I can relate.
Yes. And I immediately said, no, I can't do this. No way I can do this. And then she took care of it from now. She got the passcode and everything. She unlocked it and took care of it and sat there and now all I hear
Thanks,
is
Deanna.
stuff got happened. There you go. Yes, thanks, Deanna, is the chant around here. Man, that's what happens. that's our morning prayer. Thanks, Deanna, for all that you do.
He said that's our morning prayer.
Yes.
Well, thank you as well, Antonio, for all that you do.
Yes, thank you. All righty. Well, first thing we want to do is we got some stuff to cover. First thing we want to do is we want to get some feedback from yesterday. were you all on? Yes.
Man, I was on the clock and on it. It was amazing.
Brad was over the top, man.
Yes. Law say he was like, yes, would you like customer? Hold on, sir. Wait, Brad's talking. Hold on, customer. Brad is talking.
It wasn't even a hold on. I just looked the other way.
Like he was busy. like I'm not available for customer service right now. I am in school. Go ahead, Adrian.
Now, you know how we work on the confirmations, and I ain't really supposed to be here, but I'm following the way that it works. 3 days ago, I have a friend that has been calling me. He likes to do this real estate thing, but you know me, I don't really know anything about it. So it was like so right on point. Now, what he wants me to do out of all of this is he's got this whole, I care about the people and I want to help. But you're the person that I need to contact these people so that they can get on my team. And I was saying, well, all right, if you got something to help, I maybe can do it, but you got to show me, you got to give me all of your goodness so that I can call them and help them out exactly for what it is that we're doing. So when I tell you that things be like right on point, it be on point, on time. And I'm a person that has learned how to ask for things. Maybe I should call Deanna and just say, thank you, Deanna, because that could be a part of my prayer too.
It is.
Because I'm telling you, it was like so on point. And then I was thinking, well, the only people that I would want to call are the tax people, the people that owe in their taxes, the people that are struggling. And then by the end of that call, the last thing he started talking about was the taxes. And I was sitting there thinking, all right, God, I know I had this thing about being a fly on the wall, but there must be a fly on my wall because everything that I'm talking about right now is coming up on this ATS. And I just want to say thank you. Confirmation. And when you get these people, Grace, these people are already ready. So now they calling me talking about why she ain't called me yet. So what's up, right? Slow up. Be on it. ATS.
Yes.
Y'all know
I got your list last night. I'm coming today.
Listen, no, seriously though, but they are like, people have been calling me like, well, why she didn't call me yet? She didn't call me yet. But yesterday, you can't tell me that I don't know anything about stock, shares, and real estate. I can't wait till Thursday. I'm gonna learn some more.
I tell you, there's so much more coming, but we'll hold that for a few more minutes from now. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you got your divine word, and you tell him, sounds like a him, to come on in here and help you serve these people.
He waiting on Grace.
Good. All right. Well, Grace is the number one doer in this organization. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You just you ain't got nothing to worry about. Just sit on back. If he don't hear from Grace today, that's because he didn't answer his phone. I can guarantee you that.
Come on now.
I don't like you know me, Reverend.
Yeah.
I said you gotta take your voicemails off. What the voicemails cool? What if Grace called you and you missed this opportunity?
You ain't got to
you go in there and erase all your messages so you don't miss this.
He can miss the opportunity. Grace still gonna call again.
I love it.
The number one doer in this. Let me tell you our story. When we first started this company, 2014-ish, this so this company has a lot of companies in it. And I'm talking about this what you see company, not the whole company, but this what you see company, the business university, I should say, or what will become the business university. We needed $30,000. I wouldn't move us or do nothing or tell the public we were doing stuff to $30,000. Now, I didn't arbitrarily pick $30,000. I picked all the equipment we would need to stand out. I'm already teaching y'all something. Okay. What I did, Arshia, is I said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to mentor professionally and personally the world. Now, I got out of that real fast because I don't like one-on-one coaching, right? But that's how we started. Okay, that's how we started. And I said, well, in order to stand out, which equipment do I need? And I wrote it down. Grace, what did it look like, Grace, when I gave it to y'all? Was it on your phone, or tell us what it was on?
It was on a cardstock piece of paper, laminated.
That's right. I printed it out. Boom. And I said, Tempest, this needs to be something that can't break. And then she went to Amazon, bought a lamination machine, and then laminated that paper. And then we took that paper and in descending order from least to greatest, the greatest being the building we needed to buy to sit us in. Everything we bought, we still use today. As a matter of fact, the first thing we bought was a graphic designing program. It's like $40. The second thing we bought was another graphic designer program because I knew I needed two for what the research did. That one was, I don't know, I don't remember no more. It was like $80. Then we bought Logic Pro 10, $199. Okay. Then we brought Final Cut Pro, $399. And it just kept going up. Every video we edit, we still edit with Final Cut Pro because Apple updates it every single quarter and it's just brand new. As we bought it 6 years ago, it's top of the line, brand new. Whatever last version they got, that's what you get, which was the inspiration behind a lot of what I do around here in the business university. Just keep upgrading y'all for free. And you just like, oh man, I'll take this too, right? It was kind of that there. And all that stuff. And everything we bought, we still use, teaching y'all something. But Adrian, check this out. Grace single-handedly raised that money by herself. Deanna, unmute your mic, please, and verify my story.
Yes. Grace, literally everything that we have now that when we started, we didn't have from that list, Grace got. Grace raised the money to get it.
If you go to the Brick by Brick podcast, I just documented. I've been documenting everything before y'all got here. Okay. It is on the Brick by Brick podcast. We have no office. We're sitting in Starbucks or Panera Bread. I'm not sure which one because we alternated between the two of them. Whenever the extroverts got bored of Starbucks, they wanted to go to Panera Bread. All right, they just rotated on me, Jerry. I don't know if y'all know what these places are, but I know you know what Starbucks is, but maybe not Panera Bread. And we sitting there, all the noise in the background. I take the headphones like this here. I try to put it in between us. I hit record and we just have a meeting. And you can hear me on one meeting going off like, what the hell is y'all doing, right? Then you can hear me on the second one apologizing for putting Deanna in the wrong position. And I had to publicly apologize on this podcast because Grace ran circles around Deanna raising this money. And Deanna almost wanted to quit after 30 days, okay? Because what I tell everybody to do, we got to raise money, got to do it. Period, point. If you're going to work here, we got to raise money. Deanna could not do that to save her life. Just couldn't do it. She felt so bad. And I could tell she felt bad, but she didn't say nothing. And then when I finally apologized, you can see her, oh my God, I was so, I was like, no, it's my fault. I put you on the wrong seat, so we'll figure out a spot for you. I don't know what her spot was at that time. Right now, I clearly got in the right spot. You understand? This is all documented. So, Adrian, my point is, there would be no ATS without Grace. She is the number one doer in this company. So if you gave her a list, please know the same way she gave us $30,000 to start. It's the same way she gonna knock out that list. And I stake my reputation on that. When I give Grace something, I forget that I gave Grace something because that's the whole point, to have people that you can forget you gave something to. Grace is a doer. That's it. Yep. May all y'all find y'all a Grace. Come on, y'all. Unmute your mic and
a Deanna, because you need a Dima regroup.
That's true. I gave her props. Yes. That's true. You need Deanna, but I gave her props 2 days ago. This ain't about her today. At least not right now. Yeah. You take a back seat, Deanna. Grace, congratulations. Good job. She gonna knock out. If all of y'all, you give something to Grace or anybody,
Yep, that's
definitely.
fact.
I am the smartest thing I ever did was have two women tell me move out the way I got it, and I listened. Y'all ain't heard me anyway. That was a lesson for somebody should have. I'm just trying to help one of these young folk out here. Two women say I got to move out the way. Yes, ma'am. And I ain't jumped back in their way, Abby. The smartest thing I done.
Antonio, can I say something, please?
Indeed.
Because I don't want to forget this. So I said I was going to mention it today on the meeting. I had said that I wanted to have Dear Abby and ATS Business University kind of like partner, And so what I did was I put a post on LinkedIn, the post with Jerry and the building stones. What are you building? I'm not waiting to. I'm going to celebrate now. So I put it on LinkedIn and I also put it on my Facebook page. And I have to tell you, Antonio, on my LinkedIn, as of this morning, I had over 500 views of that post. And the highest number I've ever had of views on any of my posts in the past was like 192 or something like that.
That's
So I
hard on
was so
LinkedIn.
excited. I was
That's
so
awesome.
excited. Yeah. So I just said, let me share that with you guys.
No, I'm so glad you did share. It's so listen, LinkedIn don't technically work like Facebook in that way of getting views and stuff. Now you get a lot of organic reach more than Facebook. That's a really big deal, Abby. It sure is. Looks like that future partnership is working out pretty well, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes. You feel free to take all the free stuff that we give away and put it in with everything you starting, and you tell them this is their gift from you, and then it's sponsored by however you want to say or whatever, but you make sure you take credit. You hear me? Don't be humble. You take credit for giving them their breakthrough.
Yes, sir.
All right, good.
Thank you.
Good. Hey, y'all, this ain't time to be humble. Abby needs to go, hey, everybody, I'm so glad that you're here. I want to give you $30,000 or whatever. Me, dear Abby, wants to give to you right now this because I love you so much and blah, blah, blah. That's what you want to do. Yes. Don't be humble. You let them know through you they get some breakthroughs. Let there be a lesson to all of you. Okay. And I know some of you, I know what's happening. Some of you are going to go, but I need to humble myself and then I'll be exalted. Let me tell you something. Okay. Let me tell you something. Even the ascended master that you serve wasn't that humble. I need you to process that this man turned a boat into a pool pit and a beach into a congregation. So you can chill out, okay? Let's just process some information first. All right. Now, humble doesn't mean shrinking. I thought
Talk, Reverend.
I thought I was gonna have to just hit this.
Talk, Reverend.
Apparently, I need to say this because y'all I'm looking at your faces. Humble don't mean shrinking.
Come on.
Humble means being of great consciousness, fair to humanity. Okay. There's one of us in the room, but you can be Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player of all time, and still be humble.
All day.
Okay. Humble does not mean not be great. Trying to help somebody.
Amen.
All right. Now, if God gave you that vision to change the world, then you can do both. You change the world and be humble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Sugar. I didn't expect to be there that long, but I mean, I'm looking at your faces and I saw some contradiction there, some resistance to what I was saying. Go ahead.
That makes a lot of sense because a lot of the time that you speak and we're listening or I'm listening, I have to process it during something that happens in a day or a call that might come through. And, wanting to help people and get people to where they want to be. You know, that humility that comes in, you're not taking all of that credit because it's not you that's doing it. There was a time in praying and somebody didn't get healed. Well, I took it upon myself that they didn't get healed. And I had to humble myself down to the point of it wasn't me that was doing it. God is the one that does the healing. I am just a vessel that God uses to do what he needs to do here on earth. So humility is very, very important, but it's not, like you said, to shrink you down to make you feel less than.
No. All right, so let's talk about this from, I'm going to take Judaism, Islam, and I guess we do Christianity. But first, let's just talk about science for a second. You were a seed that refused to shrink. That's how you was born into this world. Let's just call a spade a spade. You was a seed and you grew. Okay? So just for as being a carbon-based creature, you don't shrink. Okay? You just don't. You were a seed, and then you grew into your 5'2" self, or your 5'10" self, or whatever it is that you are. You didn't shrink so much that you put your body through pain, that your teeth cut your gums. And we all know what that feel like, because all of us been 16, 17 years old, had a fever for 2 days because them dang on back teeth start growing in. Come on, help me somebody. I wish I had some regular, normal people that know what I'm talking about.
You get all 4 of them wisdom teeth taken out.
Man. We know how, man. You know, we don't remember crying as a baby, but we remember being 16, 17, the back teeth start coming in. And that'll put you down. Yeah, you be tough all you want. Well, maybe us men, you women, y'all strong. You know, y'all get sick, carry the car seat, have the flu, still take care of the kids, and you know, and make the whole house up at the same time. But us men, we down. Okay, we down. As far as the 3 oldest religions that I brought up, let's just say it's Orthodox Jews. There's a lot of Old Testament prophets. That's what, well, excuse me, that's not fair. There's a lot of prophets. There's no Old Testament. There's a lot of prophets bragging and foreshadowing the greatness and the glory. There's the Hebrew word glory, and depends on where you're using that, but in Isaiah and a few other places means weight. So Hebrew is a picture language, and it means weight. And all these prophets are saying the weight of God will be seen. That's a lot of bragging. Please know that the God of the Jews, while is humble, is not humbly sharing God's narrative. Okay, it's just not happening. Okay, there are angels all in the Quran, and Jesus in the Quran, by the way. I don't know if y'all know that. And then all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of do this with these loud voices and these boisterous commands, and you will be great, this and that. And of course, most of you, or maybe half of you, are Christians here. You just take your protagonist, Jesus. There was a lot of people before Jesus bragging about how Jesus was going to change the world. As a matter of fact, John the Baptizer was pretty much the last Old Testament prophet stuck in the middle of the New Testament, bragging about how I can't even touch his sandals. So listen, please know, just take a common sense approach here. Everybody sharing the narrative of God. That's probably why we got so many problems right now. Okay, because everybody just sharing the narrative of God. Some people sharing it, controlling women. Some people sharing it, saying women do this with your bodies. Everybody's sharing the narrative of God, but the narrative itself is not quiet. So don't quiet you, Carisha. I don't know why I said that. I felt that I was supposed to say that right there. Okay. All right. Then I'm done. That was very specific. It was fair to all three ancient or oldest religions, and pretty much bipartisan is what I tried to do there without doing that. You ain't lying, Justin. that's still addressing. Like everyone's sharing you've got everybody's sharing the word of God, or excuse me, the narrative of God. So you probably want to just go back and find out what the narrative is so you can stop killing the world, right? But anyway, that's a whole different class for a whole different day. Whole different class for a whole different day. Anything else about the brilliance that Brad brought through? Because I got surprises for y'all. I sure do. Anything else? Jerome, were you there, sir? Yes, was Jerome there?
Excuse me?
Yes,
Was
were
I
you
there?
there?
Hello?
I know you
Hello?
were. I'm just asking. Look, today is dumb question day, okay? I'm just asking dumb questions.
Already signed up for Thursday and I'm planning to be there on Friday. I'm
Look
busy
at
doing some other stuff. But what Brad brought yesterday, I was like, oh my. And he got more to give me? Oh
yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
don't know?
Oh yeah. Look, y'all have my word. There'll never be somebody to come through this place and don't give everything away. That ain't happening. See, well, we don't. Let me tell you what I don't like. This is preference. This has nothing to do with proper. Okay, Adrian. I am overtly, that is, outwardly giving you my opinion. This is not what you should adopt. This is just what I don't like, Arshia. This is not objective. It is completely subjective. I don't like people giving away that sizzle and not the steak. That burns my chives. Okay. Now, in 1970 and 80, you could do that because y'all didn't have access to information. But I'm a millennial. I'm built a little different. I will fact check you in the middle of your sermon in the pew with my smartphone. Think I'm lying.
And call you out.
be on the presidential debate stage and say something. I don't need fact checkers. I'm already Googling that policy you just said. We built differently, y'all. I was born into a world with computers. By kindergarten, they had me learning the home keys. And by first or second grade, I was typing 90 words a minute. I kind of got a different worldview. I'm not saying it's a better worldview. It's just a different worldview. I will fact check you, Jerome, ASAP. ASAP. Before I share any link, I do the same thing like all us millennials do. We hit the little I button, the little info button on Facebook, and we see how long that website existed to see if that website is reputable before we even interact with that link. Go ahead, Jerome.
Well, Antonio, if you was paying attention yesterday, you would have noticed that I kept doing this
the whole time.
Oh yes, I was taking them screenshots.
Man,
hello,
steal everything.
Jerome, do you need the slides? You need the slides? I have them. I have screenshot them.
He got the whole thing.
Shake is my man. Shake is my man.
You say he got the whole thing. So I'm gonna show y'all some secrets. Unless y'all don't want the secrets. Y'all want some secrets? Y'all want some secrets? So I built a whole. It was going to be separate. I'll tell you what I was going to do. Because the first deals Brad was talking about, subject to, I started off in short sales and subject to. But of course I started off in subject to because I had no money and I had no credit. It's common sense. When you don't have no money, you don't have no credit, subject to is probably the place you're going to land should you have a good mentor. This makes sense. And the way I was taught to do subject to was I like what Brad said, here's $3,000. Let me relocate you. Let me save your reputation. Right? Let me put you in an apartment and stuff like that, which was real. So the way my mentor taught me, I done passed him up now. He's not my mentor no more, but he is a good friend at this point, a colleague, was help people. Okay, because in a year or two, you're going to get cashed out pretty well. And you shouldn't take advantage of that. You should help people, right? You should keep in contact with them the whole process and after the process as well. So there you go. But so I built this whole, this was called ATS real estate. It's in the thing, but I was teasing out with that and putting a lot of stuff up in there. I built a whole nother ATS BU, ATS RU, basically. And that was going to be two separate things. And I'm going to tell you what happened, Phil. It was real simple. It sounded like me too. I said, I don't feel like doing that. I'll just make it for free. And that's what I did. It's just too much. I ain't feel like doing it. Okay, I ain't feel like doing it. It's just say, you know what? Let me just go ahead and boom. So I'm going to show y'all some shorthand of the stuff that's already taught already. Now, I probably got to blow this up so y'all can see it. Hold on. Actually, I got to blow all this up because it's a lot. You know what? I'll blow it up section at a time. Do it section at a time because it's going to be, that'll make it too big. All of this is completely written down and completely in audio. I just need to switch to video. But here are all your real estate classes coming up. Do not confuse these with one class or two class. Each title has like 10 to 30 classes in it. Does that make sense? 10 to 30. It's everything is complete. Advanced tax strategies, blah, blah, blah. You can read them for yourself, but everything Brad taught you will also be available at your fingertips. It's one of the upgrades coming very soon. Okay, let me stop this for a second.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Go ahead, Anthony. I heard you unmute your mic. And Anthony sent me a message when we were talking available. He sent me a message yesterday too. Anthony, ready for real estate. He keeps wads of cash on him, and now he's ready to turn that into wads of cash flow. Who else is like that? You got cash, but you ready to turn that into cash flow. Good stuff. Kara, I believe you want to say something too. At least that's what.
Antonio, so yesterday I had an incident and my battery died. In the morning, I was right in front of the supermarket getting ready to come home so I can be on with you guys, and I wasn't able to, so I missed everything, and it wasn't getting it on my phone for whatever reason. I couldn't get through. Is there a way for me to get a replay of what Brad did?
Indeed. Deanna,
can
you grab that replay and send it to her right now?
Thank you so
much. Do it right now in the middle of the call. You ain't got to write it down. Like this, just gonna do it right now because I don't want her to miss it. You know what I'm saying?
Me also. I need one too.
Got you.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Can
I get it as well?
Yeah. Okay. So she'll put the replay in the chat, and then put. No. I'm gonna say something else too. She'll put the replay in the chat, and then Deanna send it to Nikki because she's driving. Because I don't want you looking in your chat. You driving. You understand? Then Nikki, she's driving, and then send it to Justin and Carol. But if 3 people said send it to me, then that means more people need it too. So let's put it in the chat as well. Also, it will run live today during lunch week as well. It will run live on the page as well. Plus the class we had before that as well. That advanced financing stuff we have. And it's already on my podcast as well in audio. It went up on the podcast last night. So that's all sorts of places that you can get it. It doesn't matter where you get it. That is totally up to your preference. It just depends on how busy your lifestyle is, okay? That's all that is. I have no preference whatsoever. Depends on how busy your lifestyle is. But I made sure, remember, we promised y'all it'll be free. And there's the podcast link for it right there. And just if you go to that link, it'll direct you wherever you want to go. If you have Apple, then you could just listen to it on Apple. If you're Android, you can just listen to it right there. Okay. There's that link. Also, Deanna, do me a favor, take that link and send it to those 3 people as well, especially Nikki, because we don't want her driving and doing this here. Grace, are you here? Scroll through the cameras for me and see if there's anybody on their phone only, and we'll send it to them as well, because they don't have access to the chat like this.
Okay, I think I saw one person on their phone, and okay, it was Patricia, but she's not on here anymore.
Well, then she don't know nothing about this conversation, so send it to her. Okay. Send her both links to the link that Deanna's fit to post in chat. I sent it. You can't find it, Deanna, because I got pretty quick access to it. We'll put it in chat for me real quick. My brain's not going to stop screaming until I see it in chat. Okay, put it in chat. Put a little break line in. I put it in chat for us. Okay. Now, Michelle, while she's doing, well, let me finish. I want to finish stressing this here. Okay, there it is right there. We got the audio first, and then the actual recording. Do me a favor, Deanna. Once you go into settings and actually make it downloadable. Typically something I don't do, but we're gonna let y'all download it too, should you have the space for. That's up to you. You grown, and you may not have the device space. You can just hit play, but we're still gonna give you that option. If you smart, I'm talking to Carisha now. Let me come on, lean in with me. I don't know. You must have been. If you see, I'm gonna have to get Satish and some Indian folk on the line so you can understand some stuff, but not you, y'all is what I'm second person plural. But now I'm talking to you, singular, second person singular right now. Okay, third person singular, ma'am. You must have been meditating or praying real hard this morning, because the only way that I could be tuned into you, because I'm really good at that now, is you got to be on it. So let me tell you what I'm supposed to tell you right now. You better take everything that you hear in this video and reteach it to your own audience. I'm done. I'm done. And listen, you ain't got to act like the expert. You got to say, hey, y'all, over the next few days, I want to tell y'all what I learned. Michelle, come on ahead with your question.
That's what we doing.
That's it. Listen, ain't nobody came here to play y'all. We came here to make you rich. Been up since 4:30. I understand. See, listen, we're gonna have to have some. We're gonna have to have some old talk so you can because Michelle, then Jerome. Where's Michelle?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, there she go. Oh, you ain't go to sleep till 6:30. Pop back up. What's happening?
Because of yesterday, and then I came across another opportunity. I was driving. I had previously entertained this thought, but I was driving, and my question is, I have the travel business, I have the administration business. Can I change my name to the Kingdom Group and put all the businesses under that?
That's what I would do. Because let me tell you why I would do this. I'm on your life call, y'all. It's me and you. There it is. Let me tell you why I would do that. Because I know enough about you. You are attempting to do some of the same things. We definitely multiple. I don't recommend any of you don't confuse multiple streams with multiple companies. There's a reason why Ricasa is called Ricasa and not ATS something.
Right.
Okay. There's a very good reason for that. Because it's supposed to stand alone. There's a reason why it's Bureau of Dominant Speakers. Sometimes you need to have completely different things when they're completely different things. Okay. But that's not the question she's asking. If she just asked it just now, there's no way I would know that, but I've been talking to her for like 6 months, so I know. I would change it to Kingdom Group and then I would make you a brand, because that would be far easier. It is far easier, Michelle, for you to become a personal brand, and then your audience stops being confused, because anything that is from you is good. See what I mean?
So, yeah. So, do I make it as LLC, or do I make it as a corporation?
What LLC typically is, technically is a corporation, but
Well, like S corp or something.
That depends on how you're taking in money. Obviously, I'm going to tell you to talk to a tax professional, but
Right.
I can still answer your question. I'm just making sure I don't get sued by saying
Because
that
I was thinking of you. I was thinking of ATS. Let me put it that way. Let me clear everybody's mind. I was thinking of ATS, like you said. You have the Bureau of Dominant Speakers, you have the K's, and you have other stuff. And I have, as I build my team, expand my team, I just want to be safe to where I could just call my company one name. And when I introduce each specialty of my group, I don't have a problem. It won't be nothing confusing. Like you said, just build my brand off of one name.
So let's back up in a lot of things you said. Grace, can you remind me to give away secrets about what Michelle is talking about? Just say that and I'll know. As a matter of fact, me a memory jogger. Say how I'm set up. Just remind me that, okay? All right. Let's back up to what you were saying. Everything you said was great until that last part. The last part scares me, that you said, I just want everything under one name, because now it sounds different now than you want to change something Kingdom Group. So I'm going to answer it both ways.
Okay, wait a minute. I want to change it to the Kingdom Group. I guess I just need to be known. If I change the name of my company to Kingdom Group, how do I put the travel, the admin business, the shopping center,
So
that's what I'm going to
tell you. That's what I'm going to tell you. You, of course, you're an entrepreneur. You get to do what you want. I don't know if y'all. I think I had to correct somebody the other day about. I know who it was. Never mind. I'll tell you. Listen, y'all. The only way I can say it is I don't pastor y'all. I'm not sure if y'all know that. Okay, that's the only way I can really say it. I don't pastor y'all. Y'all run your own churches or mosque or whatever. Okay, I'm not telling y'all what to do at all. So entrepreneurs, you get to do whatever you want to do because you're an entrepreneur. I'll never tell you how to run your business. There is no however here. So insert a transitional word, but for me, with artless transition, I want you to ask yourself, did you first hear me say, Michelle, it's going to be easier for you to become a brand and not the kingdom? That's the first thing I want you to receive. Now, I'm not telling you we're not fit to address the rest of it, but the first thing I want you to receive is that it won't be the kingdom talking, it will be you. Let me tell you something I told Grace yesterday, and none of y'all gonna like this here. Okay? I said, Grace, Jesus ain't coming back to save me. Did not, Grace, tell him what I told you.
Yes, he did say Jesus did not come down and write on his board. I did.
Okay. Keep going. No, you let him know what I said because I'm about to say something.
Jesus is not coming to say, I see you down here working. Here's some money. No, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, that's what he said.
Y'all can't handle that. All right. Y'all can't handle that. All right. Let's get some of you use God as an excuse not to be great. All right. I'm gonna call you out. You use prayer as a procrastination and you use God as an excuse. I'm gonna call you out. I'm just call you out. I know it is you don't like it, but somebody got to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Adrian.
OMG.
Yes. All right. Listen.
No, OMG. Because Michelle's question is so on point about everything. Because I'm like all the way.
She's blessing y'all.
And doing all of this. And for like, I've been working with Phil and Susan, and I'm like, okay, they got this thing going. They're like, send the one sheet. My whole thing was, I have so many things. I need like 12 sheets for each one particular thing. So the question is awesome, but then the Jesus thing is major.
Man, I wouldn't play.
I grew up in this thing, right? So I love the ATS because y'all know I'm a Jesus person and I don't need no money. Because I know that when I leave, my help come from what I'm doing right now. I can't take it with me, so I might as well give it up. ATS is teaching me that the money that I don't want is the money that I need in order to do what it is that needs to be done.
That's absolutely correct.
This humbleness of Jesus right now is like so on me because there is a humbleness of it. But you are so right. He ain't coming back to do it, like to do it for us. We have the power. That's the humbleness that you were talking about earlier. Like if you do know that you have the power, you can then become that power, because it's like I'm learning about this whole lie that everybody's walking around with, like you don't know what you're talking about and you don't know what you're talking about. And almost like what you said earlier, our world isn't a problem because everybody has their story. Okay. Your story is not my story, but everybody has a story. But that breakdown right there of Jesus ain't coming back.
He ain't coming back. Not for me.
That's real. That's real. And it's a hard pill for people to swallow because we've been waiting on Jesus. And you know, it's like coming back and it's like, I want him back.
Jesus didn't pay your mortgage?
Right. That's what I'm saying. You know what? You better cut it out because I have told people that he has paid it all and that they need to go find him to get that receipt because he
That's
paid.
why I don't say that.
Don't call me until you find the receipt.
Okay, that's why I don't say that. Okay. Listen, and the only reason I use Jesus, this had nothing to do with Jesus. Grace is Baptist. All right. I was speaking grace language. You understand what I'm saying?
It's our whole child.
You understand? Grace. Unmute your mic real quick. How long you been Baptist?
All 40 years.
Okay, all right then. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So I was just speaking in a language she understood.
Amen.
With Deanna was raised in church, but she unchurched. So I told Deanna something similar not too long ago. She was waiting on the rain to come bless the harvest, Carisha. And I told Deanna, shit, I'm the rain. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you what I said. Am I lying, Deanna?
No, you're not lying.
So I'm just using your language, whatever language you process. I'm just trying to use that language. I said the same thing 2 months apart or 2 weeks apart or something. They just didn't catch it. So I had to just listen. Jesus ain't right on this board, Grace. I wrote that. That's what I told him, what I told her. Understand? And I'm telling you what's real. I'm telling you that you have been empowered, not necessarily a word feels like to use, but you are your breakthrough. You here. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to shoot that video. Jesus ain't going to do that. You understand? It ain't going to happen like that. You got to write that. Rain ain't going to come. Affirmations ain't going to shoot that video, Carisha. So hold on before I get I see you with your hands up. I'm going to get all you. The punchline, Michelle, is you ain't doing nothing wrong. Go ahead and combine everything into one group. That's the punchline. But that is not your solution. You are. It is far easier for you to become that brand and then send them to that one name. Because if you the brand, people gonna say, I don't care what she's selling. Ain't that right, Jerome? I don't care what he's selling. That's ATS. I'm on it. That's what you want to be doing, Michelle. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you
Okay, so forgive me and don't fuss at me if you've already taught this.
No, you good.
To bring it to my remembrance.
You good.
So,
and I'm gonna get all y'all that had your heads up. I just want to have a complete breakthrough.
So what I'm doing now, just showing my personality and my passion and just serving people and helping people in every aspect. Is that me selling my brand? If not, then you have to teach a class on how to sell you as the brand.
No, absolutely. That's you selling your brand. That's you being authentic. Okay.
That's me being personable. So all the times y'all watch the episodes, y'all see me laughing at my own self and my own jokes. That's me being myself. So that's what I want people to be comfortable with, us having fun. So that's me selling my brand, just as an example. I just want to make sure I have a better understanding.
Listen, because brand is the emotional attachment that I have with this entity. That's brand, if I had to give it to you in layman's terms. So you want me to put my emotions on what you're doing. Because a long time ago, not even a long time ago, when up until 20 years ago, all y'all went to Walmart and said, get some coffee. And ain't damn one of y'all had a brand. You just said, I just grab a coffee, don't matter.
Got it. Yes.
Starbucks said, don't put us on the bottom.
Right. So perfect example, Starbucks. Everybody go to Starbucks because it's the coffee kicker. So everybody knows Starbucks as the coffee kicker.
Exactly.
And it goes there.
Exactly. Okay. Nobody pays Starbucks $8 for a cup of coffee. You pay Starbucks $8 for either great smiles in a drive-thru, or you can sit for 8 hours and they won't bother you in the atmosphere. That's what you pay for.
All right, one last question. So I know I'm gonna talk to a tax accountant, but keep all my businesses as an LLC. But when I create my LLC for Kingdom Group,
it sounds like you need a series LLC. What I want you to do.
Okay, that's all I need.
Ask your account. No doubt. That's how most of mine is set up. Okay, your Diamond Speakers is a whole entity. Every one of these things are different entities. It sounds like you need a series LLC, but please go consult your tax and professional, your lawyer, and they'll be able to talk to you more about that. I'll even be able to talk to you more about it off camera or whatever, right? But I'm still going to send you back to a professional. Okay.
Always.
Right,
and I just needed that one. I just need that one name so I could do my due diligence.
Series LLC. I guarantee you, it's a series LLC is what you need. What you're describing, you need a series LLC.
All right, I'm done. Thank you.
All right. Now, let me just clear up one thing. And help me out, Grace, make sure I got the memory right. I saw Carol. I saw Adrian. I saw Jerome. I think I'm missing somebody.
Nikki.
Justin and Nikki. Okay, I saw Nikki was actually first. Okay, so I saw Nikki, then Carol, then Jerome, then Adrian. Okay, I believe that's what I saw. Justin put something in chat that, listen, y'all. Listen to me. Let me just clear up what I said, because I don't want to have any undeveloped or underdeveloped ideas that I just brought to you. I'm the rain. I'm Jesus. Okay. Now you can process it however you want to process it. This ain't coming from arrogance. This is me saying, I'm my breakthrough. I'm my rescue. When I broke down to them why they had money problems yesterday on the board, and I told them, and they finally understood that I flat out told them, you got money problems because you got God problems. And I had to break it down. And I literally said, because money is just a different manifestation of God. But I couldn't just tell them that. I said, listen, that's because of everything is energy. So what's the highest form of energy? They said thought. Then they said, so what's the highest form of thought? Then they said God. So then therefore the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, because I was talking to Grace. I was trying to speak her language, right? I was talking to Grace, right, Jerome? Talking to Grace. And I said, so therefore, all God, you guys say God is energy, or he owns all energy. That's up to you. You're a grown person. You can do what you want to do, right? But everything else comes back to energy. So why is it different when it comes to money? Is what I was explaining to them. I said, your problem is when it gets to money, y'all think it's this thing that is unusual all of a sudden. It's not. It is just your relationship with that energy. And if you got a bad relationship with money, you also have a bad relationship with God, because God is money is just a form of God, period, point blank. It took me 12 minutes to explain that. And then that's when I told Grace, I wrote on this board and explained that to you. Jesus didn't do that.
Your car doesn't get much of a summer break. Bugs, UV rays, and pollen can all cause damage. Stay protected at WetGo with Weather Shield and a free month of unlimited washes. Just purchase your first month of WetGo Go Unlimited, and your second month is free. Wash as many times as you want. And when you choose our all-weather or showroom pass featuring Weather Shield, you'll say bye-bye to bugs all summer long. Sign up today at getgocafe.com/unlimited.
Be the candidate investment firms are looking to hire. Become a CFA charter holder. Stand out for having the skills to thrive in the competitive investment industry. Visit cfainstitute.org/learn to find out more about the Level 1 CFA exam.
That's when I told her that. So that's the full context of what I said, just so y'all can understand. So I want no underdeveloped ideas. You can throw stones at me. I am my rescue. You understand? If I need a haircut, I gotta sit in that chair. You understand what I'm saying? If my bladder get full, I gotta go pee. Straight up. I can't pray. I know. I gotta go take myself to the restroom. You understand? That's the way this works. Stop using prayers, procrastination, and religion as an excuse for you not to do the hard work Justin had to do and learn some stuff. Stop doing that. All right. Nikki, you first.
Man, amen.
Nikki, you first. Go ahead. You got yourself muted, Nikki. I think she. Can you hear me? Oh, no, don't crash now. There you go. Me? Yeah, you had your hand up earlier. You wanted to say something.
You called me?
You wanted to say something?
I did have something to say about that. Okay, so basically, let me say this here, because again, you did say something about sir move. You did say something in regards to hold on, T. Okay. You did say something in regards to the factors of Jesus ain't coming back for you and all these great things, right? That's you said,
did you what I don't think you heard my fuller explanation. I went back. What I was
heard
saying,
your explanation. I heard it. But what I'm saying is this here. No. This is what I want to say. Okay, so I want to really talk to my really deep, super saints, real churchy people right quick. I want to say something real quick and everything, because again, I'm church, but I'm not churchy like that. Okay. And when I say I'm not churchy like that, I'm a realist. And that is that faith without works is dead. And if you don't put in the work for the dead, and that's why is that God gives you the plan. He says, I know the plan for you, and that you may prosper, that, he's not going to harm you. So the thing of it is this here. I'll go back to the example. He said that Deanna said about she's waiting on the rain to bring the harvest. Well, here it is. The thing of it is that God brings people your way. He brings individuals your way. He set them up. He puts people right in place with just what you need to be able to help you and give you what it is that you're really seriously in need of. So what you have to realize is, my super deep super saints, is that God is going to give you all of the supplied needs. But guess what? If you don't put in the work, if you don't get up in the morning, if you don't put the plan down on paper, if you don't call the people who got the connection, if you don't show up to the meeting, if you don't put yourself in position, if you don't invest, hello, amen, put your money where your mouth is and work your works, you're not going to gain anything. You're not going to get anything. And then you can't get mad at God and say, God don't love me. God ain't see after me. God, baby, listen. Oh, I know I'm preaching good. You
preaching very well, my dear. You preaching very well.
The realization of it is that you can be everything and all things and everything spiritual firsthand. But if you don't get up and do the work, you are physically doing yourself a disadvantage. So you're really honestly, let me say it how I feel it. Can I say it how I feel it, Mr. Smith?
Say it how you feel it.
You're really pissing God off, because the realization of it is that he wants you to put the work in, and he wants you to definitely, am I doing that time? He wants you to definitely do what it is that he called and commanded you to do. So don't sit there and have no more conversations with him, because here's what's going to happen. The conversation going to be a one-sided conversation. You're going to be talking. He ain't listening no more, because he's already giving you what he wanted you to do. He already said, I want you to go out there. I want you to be a fisherman of men. I want you to build people. I want you to do what you're supposed to do. But we get so churchy. The walls have come down. Jericho is over. But the only way those walls came down was because they walked. They made some noise. So therefore, what I'm saying is that if Mr. Smith is your tool to get you out of whatever situation it is financially, use your tool. Get all your tools out your toolbox and use them. Don't be so proud to ask somebody and say, God paid it all. God did pay it all, but guess what? He gave you somebody to come along in your life to pay that bill for you. Because trust me, if I could pay in faith, If I can pay in faith, if I can pay in trust, if I can pay in love, baby, listen, I would be, baby, things for me would be so much good, so much great, because I know I sow my seed. I know I sow love.
Nikki, we all be rich. Nikki, we all be rich.
Because if that was it, I'm in. Like, for real though, I'm in. Like, y'all ain't getting no fake Nikki. This the Nikki all day, all night. I'm her 24. And my mom is on here. My mom, Demetria Victor, is on here. She'll tell you this me from start. So I'm just saying, y'all, no more can we play low. Stop playing low, churchy people. Get out of it. Get out of that.
Right,
because what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure, and you're putting yourself in a depression state. And stop apologizing for the place that, I'm telling myself something. Stop apologizing for the place you're supposed to be. And I'm good. And I'm done. And that's it.
Girl. You talking. Carol, you next.
Nikki,
Hold on
you
real
said
quick.
that very, I'm sorry.
No.
You good. She said that very well, because if you
Thank
don't
you,
know
Nikki.
the word of God, you won't be able to contemplate what he's saying, because some people would have took offense, but if you know the word of God, you would have understood he's saying. God gives you what you need, so do it. Faith without works is dead. That's our curse because of Adam's sin, and we had to toil. It is even in the Old Testament. We have to toil to work now to get where we want to be.
Well, it goes back to what he said. He said he gave seed to the sower. So therefore, if you haven't sown anything, you don't have nothing to get out. I mean, you can't go and put a deposit in a negative, and then come back to the bank and say, can I please get some? Yeah, you're going to get a negative slip slid to you that say you ain't got nothing. So you really definitely have to put in the work, and you got to do what you're supposed to do. That's just simple, plain knowledge and
how
wisdom.
You gonna reap how you going to reap a harvest if you don't sow? And the Bible says
that is the truth. I mean, seriously, you got to be in position. If we're not going to position ourselves well to really seriously reap what it is, you're really wasting your time. You're not wasting that. You're not wasting somebody who have it. You're not wasting their time. You're wasting your own time. Because the realization of it is that Antonio Smith can actually just sit there and say, all right, that's good, and go back and count his stacks. But you sitting up there talking about, oh, Lord, make a way, make a way, make a way. And the Lord is like, I made a way. I sent the man your way. So when you going to use the way that's being done? And the thing of it is that he has a big ego. Let me go on and jump on that. Antonio T. Smith has a big ego. He does. Because he serves an egotistical God. My God has an ego that's out of this world. This man say, I turn myself into myself to create something. Man, don't play with me. So if you are offended by the ego that's there, that's because he's egotistical. But that's what we churchy folks, we can't get it.
I feel like Beyonce. You understand? I'm fine as thing walking. I'm Idris Elba.
Okay, Beyonce not that fine, but nevertheless, you know, she yo fine.
You understand?
She yo fine like me.
Oh well.
Like
if we gonna say that, then if we gonna say that, then I'm gonna say Jill Scott then.
There you go.
Tracy Ellis Ross. If we being accurate, I'm gonna say Tracy Ellis Ross.
Be accurate, sir.
Okay. All
Tell
right.
what you like, sir. Tell what you like.
Erica Badu.
I'm just saying, and this is my final churchy close. I'm just really saying to you guys that
I got some acquired taste. You understand? Anyway.
I just want to say this in my closing, and that is that y'all, we really honestly have to stop, and I have to remind myself sometimes, because I will get real super deep on myself, and I have to tell myself, girl, come up out of that. And that's because your mind has been trained, right? Your mind has been trained to think that God gonna make a way and you ain't got to do nothing for it. No. You have to do the work. You have to really seriously put your work in, and you got to get up and really participate in the actions. You can't get nothing done if you're not a participant in it. So therefore, no longer can you sit back and say, well, I just can't do it. Well, quit telling that story. Yeah, affirm yourself and tell yourself, as much as you say you cannot, you really can. Because again, you have a skill, you have something that somebody's expecting of you. If you don't show up for you, and then you don't show up for the person next to you, do you know that you're doing a disheartening disservice to what your purpose in life and being on this earth was? And that's just serious. That's just really what it is. I mean, and if y'all want to hear more, I'm going to talk about it on live today. All right.
Good. You talk about it. You make sure they get all of it too.
I was going to say, that's a live coming from Adrian.
Yeah. You do it too. They need to hear it. Now the truth, everything Nikki said was facts. So I'll say two things. Carol, get ready, get queued up. You coming next? We're gonna get Carol, then Jerome, and whoever I said, and then we out of here. I'm pretty much done with the meeting. I just want to let y'all. I promise I was gonna let y'all talk. But people like Justin and myself and Phil and maybe a few other people, we understand your religion's been weaponized for you to start thinking like that. That's through trial and error. Let me just tell you, they convinced you to be faithful and poor, and poverty was holy. And they figured out how to do that through trial and error. There's a teacher, I'm gonna say his name, but you probably should watch Hidden Colors. He said this here. I'm gonna switch it to dominant culture. Say dominant culture went to Africa. Africa had the gold. Dominant culture had the Bible. By the time African man opened his eyes, African man had the Bible. Dominant culture had the gold. All right. Through trial and error, your religions, and then listen, all of them are. You can't think that what's the comedian name? Phil died. White guy, fantastic. George, super real.
Carlin.
God dog it, Phil. I knew you was gonna know what I'm talking about. This man said in one of his stand-ups, why do you think that all the world has been corrupted, but not your religions? That's his words. That's his word. Everything has been touched. I'm not telling you you're in the wrong religion. I'm just telling you that, you know, you might want to watch the teacher and at least form your own thoughts. Be like Justin and think for yourself. Okay. Keep your religion, but learn the system. Okay. Now, the second thing I want to say, I've been dating older women my whole life. Okay. Since 14. I ain't never got an opportunity to take a Deanna out and said, oh, I got faith. This bill gonna get paid. Help me out, somebody. Okay. Okay. Phil didn't get Susan by faith. Phil had to get some cash too.
Better had it.
You know what I'm saying? Faith ain't pay for the dessert. The cheesecake. Hey, we came out here on faith, girl. Yeah. It's time to cut the bill. The bill got slid in there. Oh no, you pay for it, Susan. I got faith. No, that ain't the way it works. Okay, no, you need some cash. Go ahead, Carol.
One of the things we were talking about the Rainmaker, and there's a book that's old as hay called The Rainmaker by John Grisham. And that talks about taking your power. It's more on the corporate end that book relates to, but you can take your whole entire life. And it talks about, you being the brand and taking your brand and spreading it with everything that you do on a daily basis. Like the way you do one thing, you do all things. Well, it's using that same brand, using the same person that you are and putting it into your business. But the other thing is, just like Nikki and everyone was saying, she took the words right out of my mouth. When you have seeds that are given in your hand and you do not plant them into the ground and you do not water them, they will not grow. And if you do not put them in the shade or in the sunlight where they're supposed to be, they will not get nourished and blossom into what you're expecting. And as far as religions, you know that I'm part of the Unity Church, which is non-denominational, but that's a practice. That's not my connection to God. That's just a practice to follow. That is people talking a certain talk that is uplifting and all, but it's not how I live my life. I live my life on a spiritual level so that I can connect to the universe, to God, to source. And in the connection where you get the answers to move forward. And if you want to say you're waiting on God, then that's one of the ways you can say I'm waiting on God, because I need to connect so I know how to move forward. But you need to be moving. It's always about moving. You need to be taking those steps. You need to be planting those seeds. You need to be germinating them. You need to be adding some food when they need food. And if you don't know what food, ask somebody else who has those plants already. Ask them. And if they tell you, use it. If you don't, and they said, this is what you should use for your plants, and you don't go use it, but my plants are still dying, you keep, reiterating that same story over and over, then you need to look in your heart and say, what's holding you back? What's holding you back? Because that's all it is. Something holding you back. It's something that you're thinking, something that you're feeling inside that you need to get over that step to then move forward.
I'm glad I let you talk.
Yes.
That was
Now
deep.
Are the brand. There
She
is
said
no
that's
brand.
a practice.
Ever
That
we
ain't my connection.
are the brand.
I ain't never heard nobody say that before, Carrie. That was good. That's a practice. That ain't my connection. My. That was deep. I need to write a book.
That's a tweet.
I need to write a whole book about that. I ain't never heard anybody say that in my life. Jerome, I believe you were. Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing one person. Anyway, go ahead, Jerome, and we'll figure it
out. What I needed to say was to everybody, but after we went through that little episode that we went through, what I gotta say is not for everybody, because what we just had was fantastic. Good call, great, fantastic. But what I do want to say for those who need to hear this, at about 2:30 last night, I couldn't go to sleep. And the reason I couldn't go to sleep was, for those of you who were on Sunday CEO call, okay, Antonio put out some crazy information about this launch week and how if we got off our butts, as we're talking about, and did the work, man, when the actual day comes, everything's going to blow up. It's going to be fantastic. Well, if some of you were watching, I put my phone up because I'm saying, hey, I'm calling some people. After we got off the call, I was calling people. I made my list. Okay. All right. I mean, but guess what, folks? 2:30 last night, 2:00 in the morning last night, I hadn't called people. I hadn't done what I said I was going to do.
Yeah.
And I sat there asking myself, why haven't I done that?
Talk, Jerome.
Same stuff we're talking about right now. Why haven't I done that? And I say, well, first thing, Jerome, is you haven't taken the time to sit down and process what's going on. Because think about this. You know this is your breakthrough. Antonio said on the call the other day, you're one of those people that can't afford another failure. Remember? I said, oh, damn. Woo! And I said to myself, something is wrong with this picture. And then I saw the big picture and I realized I was in trouble. Because some of y'all know my mama died, about a month ago. I'm a mama's boy, okay? So there's some stuff going on in my family right now, and I'm in the center of it. And it ain't pretty, it's ugly. So between Sunday's call and the call I got yesterday, I knew why I hadn't done what I needed to do. But guess what, folks? I didn't stop there. I said, Jerome, there's a breakthrough for you. There's a lifeline for you. You need to check on it. And I immediately said, Grace Sandals. Grace Sandals. ATS. Because this is how ATS is set up. And it's going to be set up for everybody on Ricasa the same way. When you bring people in, they're going to reach out to those people. I said to myself, Jerome, why don't you give Grace those same names that you said you want to get in contact with? Bump. Let her get in contact with them and tell her to tell them that I told you to call them because I'm dealing with something very, very serious with my family and with my life. And when I finish with that in the next couple of weeks, I'll get back with them. And if they want to get on board, come on board. If they don't, that's okay. But guess what? I'm not going to sit there and cry and boo-hoo-hoo and let my dream flow by me because I'm having troubles in life. Because life's going to come at you whether you're ready or not. And I just said somebody needed to hear that because you need to do something about it. And for me, my breakthrough was Grace because she's part of ATS. And ATS done told me from the beginning, nobody suffers alone. If you're in trouble, Jerome, reach out. We're going to be there. And folks, Grace got my emails and told me, and in the private chat told me when I came on, Jerome, we'll talk after the call. Somebody needed to hear what I had to say, and I'm going to shut up.
Jerome, that's real, Jerome. Thank you.
Go ahead, Justin.
Personal development is such a big key in everything in life, and I learned that as a breakthrough. Coming from dysfunction, you have to help people that want to be helped and be as real as you can, but you have to continue to climb that ladder. And once you get in a position, financial position, spiritual position, health position, just a fulfillment within yourself. Once you get in that position where you're where you need to be, then you can go ahead and reach down to people who don't have the same vision. But until then, because our community is designed to be divided broken down, bad health, low finances, mindset. The mindset is what everything is. So until you get to your point, block everything that you can that's not life or death out. If it ain't life or death, if it ain't life, because it could be the same people, and I'll go through this today. The same people that you love, but they don't love themselves enough to change the mindset. So therefore, it becomes a pity party. The reason why they give the drug dealer in the lower area who's sharecropping a car and a chain is because it shows them a sign of success and people want to follow the success. The reason why they give certain gang members minimal immunity because they know how to cultivate and organize. You know, they're very influential people. They get people gathered and they get people, they get people to follow what they're doing. If you follow what you're doing to success, then you can help. Our culture and our mindsets are geared to follow people who we know have it. And instead of worrying about us getting what we do, what do? Oh, he ain't paid his bill. He ain't do that. He ain't do that. We start kicking up dust at the bottom of the crab bucket and never get out. And there's a thing in a bunch of different business books. One is The Unfair Advantage by Robert Kiyosaki. And it goes back to what we were just talking about in Nigeria, how people conquer the mind. And they put a piece of fruit somewhere where people can see it. And if you don't have that mindset, you're going to go grab the fruit. But instead of letting go of the fruit when you see danger coming, you hold on to the fruit and let them capture you instead of just letting go. Sometimes you got to let people go in order to save them. So as dysfunctional as it might sound, because I go through, if anybody on this call, I promise you I've been through worse. But if it's dysfunctional as it might sound, you got to let them go to save them. Because if you are not in a position where you can save yourself, you're no good to anybody else. So while you're starting your business, while you're doing your journey, block everything out. If it's a life or death situation, be right there. Do you need something? I'll be right there. But if you're not talking entrepreneurship, if you're not talking growth, if you're not talking health, if you're not talking building a business, if you're not talking enjoying life, if you're not talking going deep down into your roots and finding out what in your childhood caused this dysfunctional relationship, because 95% of it is deep down rooted in your childhood somewhere. If you're not talking those type of growth, they don't deserve to be in your circle right now. They can be in your family, but they can't be in your circle. And until you let that go, you'll have anchors on your feet.
Powerful. I did a podcast with a psychologist or a neuroscientist or something like that. And to back up what Justin just said, the name of that podcast is Whatever We Learn by 8, We Repeat. All the lessons you learn by the time you're 8, you repeat for the rest of your life until you unlearn those behaviors.
You can't save it unless you save yourself first. And on the way up, if you want to try to save somebody, grab them by the hand. If they let you go, let them go. And stop saving your pennies. You got $50 in the bank and you're holding on to it. That $50 can make you $100, and that $100 can make you $200. So stop holding on to the pennies and start manifesting and let that little bit of money have babies so that you can go on. It doesn't matter if you have $10, go to the dollar store, make that a $20 and sell that and continue doing that. Go to a flea market, sell it to your neighbors, make some food, sell that.
Well, there you go. There you go. Adrian, last words on you.
I will say thank you, and thank you, and thank you to every single person that has shared. Thank you, Tony, for this, because the people that I have on that list that I just showed to Grace, this is the unity of it is more so what I am selling. The family in it, like from Justin, the e-network, like the e-commerce, like the generational growth is what I am really, really pushing on this. I appreciate the money and I understand how you guys all talk about the money. When it gets to the point where I got to cut you off because you ain't thinking in the mindset of me to make that money and I'm just gonna leave you where you are. I don't want that kind of money, but okay, I feel you because Justin is right, because you holding on to all the things, like Law said, if you keep it all compacted, it just compacts it into your mind. So I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you. Y'all, this whole thing is confirmation. What my thing is I have a thing because I got this main thing about the fact that I've been lied to. What I learned at 8 is the only thing that I can result to. And that says that what you do for Christ, only what you do for Christ will last. I learned that. And everything that I learned from 0 to 8 is the things that I can fall back on now. My presentation, the way that I speak, the way that I serve, like the things that I learned. So I hear what all of that is saying. And now I know I'm going to send my podcast so that someone else can hear it and hear that hour and pull those 10 articles out, like Miss Carol said last night, so that I can confirm what I believe my brand to be. This call this morning confirmed it even more because I love everybody, but I got a problem about the fact that we have this thing that we've been lied to that is completely clouding our vision, and it is God. It's not the God, like the universe, the energy, and the power, but it is all of the religious practices that we do that have now clogged every single thing going on in this world. We are in a serious problem right now. We got like 22 days before an election. And there's a lot of other things that are going on that I hear, that I'm listening in the word, and I'm like, I don't want to be the person that says that. I can't say that. But these are the seeds that I've been holding, and he's been giving them to me. And then not only has he been giving them to me, but he brought me into the ATS in the very beginning of this pandemic so that my seed could actually be dropped. I've been writing this book called Grounded, talking about the shit that you go through that makes the seed, that makes the, you got good nutrients that make it real strong, that everything. And I believe that I'm really going to do my live post today. And the live post is going to start with, somewhere over the rainbow. I've been really on this rainbow thing, somewhere over the rainbow, because, it's the rainbow that we're missing. It's the rainbow that we're missing, because the rainbow comes in a promise. But because of everything that we've got right now, our new generation can't even look at the rainbow and see a promise. Our generation looks at the rainbow and sees something completely different. So honestly, this whole morning was just a conversation that needs to be had. And just to hear all of the different ideas that came from the ATS, you have given Adrian, misunderstood Adrian, because I branded me, the power to really go on here, and y'all gonna see these lives, because this is something that's really been on my heart. And I'm like, no, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it like that, because somebody gonna be mad. The church gonna be mad. The people that know me forever gonna be upset. And I'm just sitting here listening, and then for Justin to come on and sum it all up like that, I know what I did and I know what I didn't do. And now I've done everything that I was supposed to do for everybody that told me what I was supposed to do. And now it has nothing. I have nothing. I have all the things and all these seeds, and you guys are dirt. And like Miss Carol said, if it don't get watered, if it don't get planted, it's nobody's fault but your own. So I want to say thank you for Law last night, cleaning up my clutter, everything. Thank you, ATS. And like Mr. Phil always says, if you show up, showing up sometimes is the key. And the one thing I know, I go through hell, high water, and my body don't feel well. I don't claim any of that, but I like to show up. These calls is helping me. Thank you, Miss Nikki. Thank you, Miss Carol. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, Grace. Everybody, those, I can't do all that. And I'm getting technically sound and savvy. I'm not a millennial. I'm actually the opposite. I graduated high school in 1995. So there was a moment where it was like you was getting out, or you could learn Windows 95. Get out or go back and learn Windows 95. I didn't know that the computer was going to take off the way that it did. I would have listened to my mom in 1995 and took Windows 95 so I could be a little bit abreast for 2020. But I can say thank you, and thank you. And
you're welcome.
God approved this message. That's all I'm saying.
I know that's right. No, that's right.
Go ahead. I go, oh, just for Adrian. Yeah. So when you show up, you grow up. That's one of the things I just wanted to mention. But, you know, when we talk about church is a place to go to get wisdom, to level up, to get more connected. So we have church when we speak with you every day, Antonio. Every day we have church. But one of the things I wanted to mention, and not only that, you also have a practice. So we are in church every day.
Powerful.
But one of the things I do want to ask before we go is, it just came to me. It's a revelation. It's a name that I've had for forever, but I want to change the way I show up. So the Coach Carol is always going to be there, but it's like the old me.
Mm-hmm.
And the mirror me is still my name, but it's my name backwards. It's Lorac. And that's how I want to show up today.
Show up.
I'm asking you, how do I change what I'm doing? Do I, because I'm known for Coach Carol because I've been a coach since 2003. But the way I'm showing up is totally different. It's more in the vibration, an advisor, of a speaker, one who gives information and shares that information. I don't want to really coach anybody. I want to enlighten people. I want them to come up and show their greatness and stand in it. And that's the powerful part of who I am. And that's that other person that I look in the mirror all the time. That's Laura. So how do I use the name?
I feel very, very qualified to answer your question because I had to do it myself. Okay, I had to do it myself. Let me first tell you, and I mean this with all the empathy in me, that it just means you have ascended past what you were. The light in you is now, it reaches more. Okay. I had to do the same thing. So basically this is what I did. I took what was known as Rev Tony. Okay. That's just now a product that is something I do. It's just a product. It is not the brand. It's just a product. It's just over there in one of the many over there's, because my light got bigger as I got bigger. And I'm not talking about audience. I'm talking about internally.
Right.
So you just turned Coach Carol into one of your many products.
Okay.
Go with Lorac, but Coach Carol just becomes one of your products. Don't.
Yes. All right. Yeah. And I'm standing here talking to you while I'm sitting here talking to you, and I'm talking to you and I'm in tears. I'm actually in tears.
Good.
And I'm not sure what that's about.
Power.
But I know there's this movement and it's going, and I'm going with the flow. I just got to keep moving. I know that. Power. But there's something in me that's like, I don't know what's causing this.
It's power. In fact, I know two things. I know a Christian would tell you it's the Holy Spirit sitting on you right now, approving your next level in life. I also know a second thing. I'm supposed to be quiet right now. Phil got something to say to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic just real quick.
You.
And I'm gonna let
I have something to say too.
Okay, I knew it was one of y'all. Go ahead.
Carol, you made me think when you said Unity Church, you made me think back to when we were getting married, who we wanted to marry us. And we ended up having a lady minister, I guess that's what they call them, from Unity Church. And this is in 1982. Mm-hmm. We had a garden wedding with a woman from Unity Church because the way we felt about everything that you're saying right now, it just felt right then.
Yes.
It's, and with all of Phil's friends from Zyzoff, everyone had a great time. Everyone felt good about it. And it was a beautiful day. And that's kind of what have carried through all these years with humor consultants, and seeing all you people on this call and hearing all that and the way it all came together today was a beautiful thing.
That's it. That's it. Definitely. Carol,
Yes.
congratulations. No, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had this moment. It was October 2012. What you're talking about right now, that I just couldn't control that.
Yeah,
And there was somebody, they told me through text message, because I was at this table full of these scholars. I'm a scholar now, but I wasn't then. I was a freshman. And I'm at this round table of PhDs, and we were at the King James Conference. Okay. The official King James Conference was in October 2012, was the 400-year conference, and it just happened to be at Houston Baptist University because the prestige of Houston Baptist University, and every scholar in the world was there. Now, I don't know what I got myself into. I didn't even know I was supposed to be there, but my teacher took a liking to me. His name was Dr. Felici Sagwe. He's still there. They call him the Apostle of Joy because he has the most beautiful, he's like Jerome. He's just always happy. And it's just crazy. And he said, I'm walking down hall going to class. And he said, no more classes today. You come with me. And he gave me a free ticket. The ticket covered all the meals for the next 2 days. And I'm sitting at this conference with 12, it's all on my bookshelf. I got the literary stylist, which is the person who controls the flow of writing for the English Standard Bible, was sitting to my right. Okay. And then I'm talking about these people. And immediately, I'm gonna tell you right what happened, Justin. I'm not lying. I felt like a kid from the hood that didn't belong at that table. I'm telling you what happened to me. I'm telling you exactly what happened to me. And I shoot somebody a text message, and they said something I'll never forget. And I remember feeling like you're feeling right now. They said, you are a prince at a table full of kings. And I thought about that. And boy, that was right on time. So I'm telling you right now, Carol, you're not the princess. You just ascended to queen. Okay? All right, that's so that
Yes,
feeling
you
you
did
got.
say that, sir.
Yes.
That's real true.
Yeah, that feeling you got. That's source you saying, finally, you're at my vibration. Let's roll. Okay, I don't want you to forget this moment because you've never been more tapped in than you are right now. Never. I can feel it. You've never been more tapped in than you are right now. 2 very quick announcements. This is for your hope. While Justin was talking, we need to have Justin talk more often, because every time Justin talk, I get paid. Deanna, tell them what happened while Justin, tell her what happened while Justin was talking. Oh, she's in all right. Okay, she give it a second. Okay, there you go.
All right, so while we have been
Wait a minute. You got a bad habit of being humble. Okay, do not be humble.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So while we have been talking this morning, while we have been discussing use Antonio being the rain, or we are Jesus, God's not coming back for us. Jesus isn't coming back for us. While we've been sitting here talking about elevation, while we've been sitting here talking about Jesus puts people in place for you, I need each and every one of you to understand that you're exactly where you need to be. And the reason you're here is because God put Antonio in place to guide you. I'm going to tell you why. Things have been crazy since this year has started, from the economy to pandemics to personal tragedies, personal financial issues, all of that. But yet this company has thrived. This company has continued to grow. This company has continued to teach, to serve. We have continued to help each and every one of you. In the process of doing all of that, we still have multiple streams of income that are prosperous. We have been sitting here and we got 2 more emails on top of the 3 we got yesterday for ads for podcasts. We have a total of 14 ads that range between $116 to $228 each.
That's per episode.
That's per episode.
And that's on one platform because I just looked in the spam folder. We missed 3 ad opportunities with Red Circle. They went to spam.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll go back
but
and
we
check
still
those too.
we both missed because it was in spam.
Oh, okay.
But keep going. So that's 14 different orders. That's not total. This is just what happened in the last 48 hours.
No, that's total between yesterday and today. 14. So
yes, I mean not over the lifetime of the podcast is going to happen. About the last 48 hours. Yes.
Yeah, in the last 48 hours, we've gotten 14 new orders.
So basically, I want y'all to hear something with Deanna, and then let Deanna go back. This means at the very least, my next 14 episodes will be 278, 176. Average, I would be getting paid $223 per episode for my next 14 episodes, and I don't even record podcasts. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget I do not sit down and record a podcast. This is why y'all need a Deanna, because she monetized it. But let me say that again to you. This is your hope, Carol. Okay? This is your hope. The other announcement I'm going to make is going to be shocking as well. But for the next 14 episodes at the least, okay, and then going, $223 per episode on podcast. And remember, I don't sit down and record podcasts. I just document everything and I strip the audio and I put it on podcast. Remember that. Okay, remember 2 things here. Deanna monetize it, so get your Deanna, just not that one. And then, secondly, this is your hope. This is possible. Okay, this is possible. Okay, keep going, Deanna.
You're here because Antonio has a system.
Okay, hold on. Let me go first because you putting power on it, and what I'm about to say don't have power like that. Okay, what I'm about to say, well, it does, but not that kind of power you're doing right now. All right. I just want to tell you, I want you to all stress yourself because what I've been doing here is I'm currently reading the Quran and enjoying every bit of it. Yes. Okay, so Deanna wants to read it with me, apparently. Enjoying every bit of it. But there's power in what I'm trying to tell you here right now. But not the kind of power Deanna's for. So Deanna, when you do what you're going to do, you got the last words, all right? When you're going to do something that I'm not doing. I'm reading the Quran and definitely enjoying it. And it's just something I like to do all the time, but I'm most certainly reading it differently now. I'm reading it with all the awareness that I have, with the appreciation of every single word. I'm reading it as if, I don't know, I'm not sure how to describe it to you, okay? And I'm enjoying every bit of it. It is beautiful. It is lovely. The reason I want to announce that to you is because all over the place, there is God. All over the place. And do yourself a favor and stretch past what you are. That don't have to be the Quran for you. You grown, but stretch past where you are. You know, have a conversation with a white person if you're black. Have a conversation with a black person if you're white. You know, like stretch yourself. Don't listen to the media. And I'm not even trying to be anti-media. I'm just saying, just stretch yourself, because in the stretching of you have more of these Carol moments to where you finally, for the first time ever, Carol met real Carol, the already accomplished Carol, not connected to source Carol, but the source, which is Carol. And every now and then you got to strip that BS away, because you can't vibrate at something you can't see, you can't feel. right? If you keep watching Fox and MSNBC, you damn sure ain't vibrating at nothing. You vibrating at whatever 8 to 20 people controlling you. That ain't got nothing to do with source. All right, that ain't got nothing to do with it. All right, go ahead, Deanna. Give us those powerful words you're about to give us.
You just kind of added on to it, so thank you.
Well, go ahead. You ending it.
If you are here because you desired to be stretched. And if you desired to be stretched, I need you to stretch yourself by following the system that Antonio has put into place. We all came to here because we had dreams we wanted, we had goals we wanted, we had legacies we wanted to build, but we cannot build those without stretching ourselves first. As Antonio always tell us, I believe it was Jim Rohn, and he quotes him all the time. Either you're gonna grow out to your money or your money gonna dwindle down to you. You have to stretch yourself. If you are here, that is because you needed a system in place. You needed a system to follow. You needed a system to help get you to where you were going. Stretch yourself and use that system so you can monetize your podcast and get 14 new ads ranging between $116 to $228 each per ad. Stretch yourself so you can be on every continent. Stretch yourself so you can fly out to Mumbai and be recognized as one of the top 101 developmental and training minds in the world. Stretch yourself so you can have your best-selling books. Stretch yourself. Just stretch yourself. And please understand, I'm talking to me too. Stretch yourself. Because if you don't stretch yourself, you're going to stay stuck where you're at. So stretch yourself. You're here for a reason. You're here for growth. You can't grow if you don't stretch. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of money dwindling down when it comes to me.
Yes.
I'm tired. So if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, follow the system. Follow the system. And if you're looking at Antonio and like, well, he already got it. How you think he got it? He had to stretch himself. He had to literally die, come back, die again, come back and die again to get to where he is. You have to kill yourself every single day so you can become something new. Congratulations, Miss Carol. Congratulations.
Can I just, Deanna?
Please.
I was just thinking about stuff, and the whole thing with this, the God concept, the Jesus concept, those things, those concepts are vibrations. So it's following the Jesus vibration. It's following the God vibration, because that's what it is. And God and Jesus, they were all abundant. They never lacked anything. So why would you think that you need to be in a state of lack when the power that be, that gave you the seeds, that gave you everything that you have, the gifts that you have inside that you haven't allowed other people to see because they're waiting for it. You have that abundance too. So just all you have to really do is show up. Your personal self needs to just show up. Stop hiding. You don't need to hide. We're all waiting. I'm going to show up. I'm showing up.
Yes.
And show up with love.
Up.
Show up with love. Show up with love.
You gotta have it. Gotta have it.
With
I like
love.
that love thing. That love. Love.
This is what Deanna was talking about right here. It's a big old thingy. I don't know if y'all can see it or whatever, but there it is. So, anyway, Deanna, you closing this out? Oh, I'm sorry. I still want to see it. There you go. It's heavy. It's pretty big and heavy. It's a lot. It's heavy. It's big. Deanna, you closing this out? Is she? Oh, she must have got disconnected. Well, I guess I'll close this out.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure can.
I just want to say something real quick to Coach Carroll. Coach Carroll, let me say this to you. I don't let everybody pour into me. My mom is on here, she's a witness. I don't let everybody pour into me. So when you get to pour into me, it's amazing. And when you pour, I am like a kid in the candy store because you pour so well. And it really gets me to thinking like the 30-day challenge, it has been amazing. And it's not because I have not done this before, because I have. But the way that you set it up this time and the way that you really seriously, sincerely take your time out to really put in. And when you asked me my opinion that day, I said, wait, why is she asking me? She's the expert at what she does. And just to get an opportunity to pour into you was amazing. I love your spirit. I love who you are. And to me, it's just like a shining light that's there. I don't know what it is that you had going on in the past. I don't know what it is that you may have saw yourself in positioning to, but what I want to let you know is that this new thing that is in you that you're calling it to be, whatever it is, but what I want you to understand is that you are it. You do matter. And you're making a move like none other. And you are a real live force to be reckoned with. And I want you to understand, I want you to know, I am so honored to know you.
I love you.
I am so privileged to be in your presence.
I love you, Nikki.
I thank God for you. So please, ma'am, keep going. And come on out that shell, come on out the cave, and let's walk. Let's get it. Because there's somebody expecting you.
Yeah, God.
I'm going to cut my camera off because I'm going to cry.
Yeah, God. Leveling up.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Miss Carol, your 30-day challenge changed our mindset. Nikki, you are looking awesome. And we need you. And we needed what you did for us in the beginning. And more of us need to join your next 30-day challenge because it works. And God has put you here in our lives to bring that's deep down inside of you out so we can hear, we can see what you have said, and what's inside has to come out. And today was the beginning of the coming out. Diana said, I'm coming out.
I love my girls. I love you
Yeah.
all. The challenge.
So,
Thank you.
good stuff. Proud of all of you. Won't hold you. We'll be live with the morning meeting when I was doing all the finance and stuff. And then right after that will be Brad again. And then after that will be more. We are most certainly changing the world. And more than one of us are divine connections for more than one of us. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Some of you are far too woke to be food. You're here because I need you. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. All right, y'all. Have a great one. Appreciate you. Love you.
Your car doesn't get much of a summer break. Bugs, UV rays, and pollen can all cause damage. Stay protected at WetGo with Weather Shield and a free month of unlimited washes. Just purchase your first month of WetGo Go Unlimited, and your second month is free. Wash as many times as you want. And when you choose our all-weather or showroom pass featuring Weather Shield, you'll say bye-bye to bugs all summer long. Sign up today at getgocafe.com/unlimited. At Freedom Mortgage, freedom means helping veterans use their homes for better living. Whether that be through refinancing your mortgage, accessing cash through your home's equity, or helping you purchase a new home, making home financing a custom fit. That's freedom. Visit freedommortgage.com/VA to learn more. Freedom Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 2767, www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org, 951 Yamato Road, Boca Raton, Florida, 33431, 800-220-3333. Licensed in all 50 states. For complete licensing information, visit www.freedommortgage.com/state-licensing. Equal housing opportunity.